Welcome to
So
Stand
concerned
Up.
about you trying to deal with it. I don't know if you're allowed to say it in this day and age. We have a very attractive guest.
We have a very
I
attractive.
expect that's going to throw you
It's
off.
not going to throw me off. All right, let me try now.
You remember what an attractive girl is for, right?
What?
I see. You don't know.
Okay. Welcome to Stand Up Memories. I am Peter Bales, and this is Jackie the Joke Man Martling, and we have a terrific guest. We are going international. We have a wonderful comedian, Gabriela. That's how.
After all that rehearsal,
I rehearsed and I messed it up. Gabriela Oseda.
Oseda. See, that's right.
Right. See, that is right. Thank you for coming on. When I say we're going international, you are from Nicaragua, and you're a stand-up comedian. But now, where are you coming to us from? You are right now in.
I live right now in Boca Raton, Florida. I'm new in town. I traveled here like 1 month ago.
All right, so you're new in town.
Yeah.
And let me just say this before we go any further. I'm catching a flight and I'm coming down. No, that's awkward. How do you like?
she's with all four of her husbands.
How many? No, are you married?
Yeah, I'm married with a wonderful woman.
You're married to a wonderful woman. Now,
Yeah.
I'm definitely coming down
I
and bringing a camera.
I'll be on the flight next year.
Yeah, you will. That is so terrific. So you're here, you're a new person in the United States, Boca Raton, Florida, and you started in stand-up comedy in Nicaragua.
Yes,
But
it
she
is.
is a doctor.
And you are, yes, I understand you're also a medical doctor.
That's right. Okay, I'm originally from Nicaragua. I'm a general doctor, and I'm the founder and director of stand-up comedy in Nicaragua. I am the one of the stand-up comedy pioneers in my country. I don't just perform as a comic on a stage. Also, I produce, promote, manage stand-up comedy events in my country. Actually, staying here in Boca Raton, I'm producing shows in Nicaragua still.
That's terrific. And of course, obviously, the stand-up comedians are working in the Spanish language.
Yes, yes. I'm challenging myself to do my first stand-up comedy routine in English. So maybe on January, I will do it.
Really, I wish you the best with that. That's one of my fantasies. I have many, but this is one of my fantasies, is to one day perform a stand-up comedy show in Spanish.
Ah, so we can exchange the experience. We can exchange the word.
You can do like smart, like they used to do in high school, where we'll take her and we'll send you over there.
Right. Exchange students, exchange comedians. I love that.
Now,
what a
for
great idea.
audience, our connection to Gabriela was our old friend, my old friend, John DeBellis, who is living in Nicaragua. And did you meet him by booking him on a show, or did you happen to be on the same show together? How did you meet John?
Okay. I met him 2 days before I have to travel here. I was going to be their opener and his show in San Juan del Sur, but that event never occurred. So we agreed to meet each other 2 days before to travel here, and after that we become friends. We start texting. He's a wonderful guy. So
he's a great guy. He's your biggest fan. He speaks so highly of you, and rightly so. And
thank you.
He's a very talented, wacky guy, and that's why we love him.
And we had him on the show. He's a terrific comedian. I knew him back in the day of the original improvisation, and he's your friend. And are there English comedy shows in Nicaragua? Or are
In
they all in
San Juan,
Spanish?
Spanish, mostly in Spanish,
Okay.
because Nicaraguan people they speak Spanish. But in San Juan del Sur, it's a tourist city in the country, so many foreigners come there and speak English and other language. Actually, John D. Billis is going to perform in Managua, is the capital of Nicaragua.
Yes.
And I'm producing that show.
You're producing that show. I think that is
Yeah.
so terrific.
Yeah.
Now, I am
You.
telling the truth. I have been to Nicaragua. We flew into Managua and we worked in a little village called Chacra Seca.
Chacra Seca.
Chacra Seca. It was very, very small. And we we visited all around, went to the Pacific Ocean and traveled a bit. We were helping to build some houses in a little tiny village called Chacra Seca with these beautiful people. We loved it. And I was there with my sons. We went up a volcano.
You lost me.
What-
Were you
what
there
will-
I was there. This
as
was
as a tourist, not
as a tourist.
comedian?
No, I wasn't there as a comedian. I was with my sons.
Oh,
We were
okay.
kind of helping to build houses, and it was bonding and just terrific. And it's such a beautiful country, so gorgeous.
What do you like most about Nicaragua?
Well, I
during
like
your time?
most of all, honestly, the people, just so nice and so appreciative and working so hard. And that's really what I fell in love with. Of course, it's beautiful. And of course, the food, the food is good. But the people, and even more than the people, the children who just couldn't be nicer. And they want to know about what it's like in America. And I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Nicaragua. And I really will.
Are they being taught
You have to
English
go
over
back.
there? Are the kids being taught English?
In school, but if you want to improve your English, you have to take course in another academics. It's not like
Okay.
most efficient school for teaching English.
Yes. So do you think you're going to produce shows in the United States too?
I think here is difficult. It's more difficult than Nicaragua, is what I heard. So it doesn't matter if I don't produce the show. I just want to perform on a stage. Just to start.
All right. So when you're performing in Spanish, I guess a punchline is a punchline no matter what language it is.
That's correct.
Have you been able to translate any of your material from Spanish to English?
Yes.
Let me hear. Can we ask you to hear one of your jokes?
Oh my God.
I know it's out of context, and it is. I'm putting you on the
I
spot.
wasn't prepared for that. I don't remember.
How about what do you talk about? What topics do you talk about when you do stand up in Nicaragua?
So I like to do observational comedy. Is that what you say? That way
That's
pronounce?
exactly observational comedy.
Observational comedy. Then I told you we can exchange your experience.
Yes. Here in the United States, the king of observational comedy is a guy by the name of Geraldo Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Jeez.
Or we call him Jerry Seinfeld.
I guess.
And by the way, Gabriela, you can call me Pedro. You don't have to call me Peter.
Pedro?
Pedro. That is
Pedro,
my
Pedro.
name.
Okay.
And you can call me
Jackie?
anytime.
Say again?
and Jackie and
What is your
case?
Spanish name?
Chief.
Chief.
What is John is I'm Juan. Juan for the money.
All right.
Now let me ask you something. A long time ago, I was in Japan and I saw a show, and the audience was so enraptured with what was going on, but they were all Japanese and only spoke Japanese. And I got the bright idea that anything can translate. And I'm thinking, if you're doing shows in Nicaragua that are totally Spanish audiences, my idea that everybody has always poo-pooed, I tell jokes. And like I tell jokes about married people. Now, jokes about married people are going to translate whether you're from Iceland, Nicaragua, Spain, whatever. And I've always wanted to do a show with an interpreter. So I would tell one line of the joke, and then in your case, Spanish interpreter would say that line in Spanish to the audience. And slowly but surely, I'd make it through my joke, and he'd be relating the joke to the audience. I know it would bomb badly, but I just am so sure it would work, and everybody thinks I'm crazy.
I think
I
it
want
would
to come
work.
down and try it out on one of your stages.
Okay.
I think it would
But
work.
Jackie, you didn't feel that when you did that, the bit could lose? So could lose what are you trying to express with an interpreter?
But I wouldn't care. Just almost like it just being subtitles. You know, it'd almost be like live subtitles. I just think it's just such a silly concept that it would be fun.
And for Jackie to actually get laughs, the interpreter would have to say after the joke, okay, in Spanish, okay, everybody, now laugh, please. And I think if the laughs would be huge.
You can insult me, but not in front of a beautiful doctor.
Yeah. A medical doctor.
Medical doctor.
And a comedian.
If I were your interpreter, maybe I will say another different thing that you're saying, just to.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Right.
Great practical joke.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be a great practical joke. Now, I have been in Nicaragua, and I think we both have to agree. It's most people are very poor in Nicaragua, correct? Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
What kind of comedy clubs do they have there? Are they nice? How many people do you usually have at your shows?
Okay. Our Nicaraguan people are very warm here. Okay. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to laugh just because. Okay, just because of that. We don't have in Nicaragua, we don't have comedy club. So we perform in bars, theaters, corporate company.
Yes.
Now the company are hiring us.
Right.
Good.
The movement is growing and growing more. In my dream is to build the first comedy club there in Nicaragua.
That's great. That's a great goal.
That is a terrific goal. Are there comedians telling jokes in Spanish on television in Nicaragua?
Well, my favorite comedian in Spanish is a Mexican female. It's a Mexican female Sofia Niño de Rivera. But I have to admit that I prefer American comedy. So yeah, I don't know. I'm mostly influenced by American culture. I prefer American comics. Yeah.
Okay, what do you like about American comics? Does anybody come to mind?
Yeah. Example, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, and comedy not always is what you say. I feel in comedy is the way you say it. Okay, so Bill Burr for me is I don't know how to say in English. How do you say? Well, maybe you know the word in Spanish.
Attitude.
Attitude. is bittersweet, like is
Sarcastic.
sarcastic.
The wise
That-
guy.
Yeah, Natasha Leggero is another comedian for me that is spectacular. And the older ones, George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Yeah, I watch a lot of shows of George Carlin, Richard Pryor. Yeah, they were my favorite. They are my favorites.
They are our favorites too.
Okay,
Richard Pryor, George Carlin.
Now, at what point in your life did you get interested in comedy? As a kid or at college?
It was when I traveled. Well, my artistic part started in 2014 in a theater group. Then in 2015, we traveled to El Salvador to a festival called Festival Centroamérica RIE. And then I discovered stand-up comedy because in Nicaragua didn't exist that term or anybody doing that. So we traveled. I saw these people on stage, and I fall in love of the stand-up comedy. I was preparing to be a doctor. I'm a general doctor. So when we go back to Nicaragua, I have this idea, to do that and founded stand-up comedy Nicaragua.
Oh, that's terrific.
Wow.
Are you able to travel around Central America as comedians? Can you easily go do a show in, say, Honduras or El Salvador or Costa Rica?
Yes, it's very easy.
Okay.
Costa Rica made one of the biggest festival in Central America. And also I participate in that festival in Costa Rica, another in Honduras. But it's very easy. It's very easy to travel. The payment is not too good, but the experience is another kind of experience.
I want to know, what is the Spanish word for heckler? And do you have those in Nicaragua?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. But
how do you say heckler in Spanish?
Heckler, I study comedy in English, I say heckler.
How you say heckler?
I say
Heckler is in any language.
I don't know
Universal.
the word for hecklers. Actually, I'm going to Google, because I don't know the word in Spanish. I just say heckler.
Do you have hecklers in Nicaragua, or are they polite?
And some shows, and there's some shows that are hecklers, drunk people, or people that maybe they think they are more funny, they are funnier than you.
Yes.
Or people who is very interesting in your show, and they wanna be part of your show. So
they want to insert themselves into what's going on. That's
we have hecklers, but mostly of Nicaraguan people are very polite.
Nice.
If you don't like it, if they don't like it, just they go away. They go out.
Ah.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, tell us the truth. Do not worry about hurting our feelings. What do most Nicaraguan people really think about Americans? Really
think about America. I talked this with John actually, and I said, well, Nicaraguan people see an American like you're wealthy. Well, this is the first world, right? It's United States, the one on the how do you say potential. Well, it's a big country, no? It's I don't know how to say in English. Let me Google because potential.
we're wealthy. We're not all wealthy.
I know, but mostly of you, yes. You're very poor. You're a very powerful country. But sometimes they think that you're maybe a little bit silly.
Silly?
You want the truth? Yeah, I to be
Yes.
honest. Yeah,
We're a little silly.
I want to give you an example. Okay. If
Okay.
you go to Nicaragua and you want to buy something, the person, not everybody, but some of Nicaraguan people, if you want to buy something and you see you like American man, maybe they want to sell you for a higher price than, because you know anything about the culture, no? They think that. So I want to take advantage of you because I think you're wealthy. But there are some people, mostly Nicaraguan people, are very honest, warm, and friendly.
I spent $900 for dinner one night in Managua.
Was she pretty?
Yes, it was after. Yes, I think they took advantage.
That's universal.
That's universal. I got to tell you, I think you're absolutely terrific.
Wait, finish
To be,
$900 for dinner?
I didn't know. I didn't understand the money. What do I know?
What?
Wow.
But what do you buy?
I something, a rose con pollo, $900. That's all I know. You know.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got to be careful. It's such a beautiful country. And you could be the first one to open a comedy club in Nicaragua. And I bet you anything that interpreter idea would work.
I think it'd be really fun. We will
It'd be
talk
funny.
to John and we'll organize.
It could be funny. If
And
you
we should tell our viewers that John DeBellis was one of our guests, and we have a vast library that you can go to at standupuniversity.com, and you can see John DeBellis, your friend John DeBellis, on our show. And you're going to be
Stand Up University.
Did I just say? Did I accidentally said standupuniversity.com?
Gabriela, Peter has a comedy college and he teaches a course, and he always makes sure to announce it on our show to get a free plug for his stupid class. And he just feigned getting a website.
I just accidentally said the website to my comedy school. The website for our podcast
is
standupmemories.com. And we're going to have your episode on there soon. And you can see all of the comedians we've had on. And boy, oh boy, I hope you do a lot of shows in the United States as well. I'm sure there's a Spanish-speaking crowd in Florida that would love to see you.
Yeah, actually, I think in Miami there's a lot of Spanish community. Than here, Boca Raton is not so. There are no too many Latins.
We have a law in the United States that older Jewish people from New York have to move down to Boca Raton.
Nobody, that doesn't translate.
No, I'm joking. Miami,
he's joking and not well.
Miami has a huge Latin community, many Cuban Americans, many Latinos and Latinas from all over. And I'm sure you could find an audience. Okay. And I'm just rooting for you to do comedy here in America, and bringing comedy to not only Nicaragua, but all of Central America.
And I'm sure we can connect you with the Latin American comics and friends and producers, and once they know, that they'll come and they'll help, because it's a wide open market. So there's money to be made and fun to be had, you know, so.
Yeah. If I want to ask you something. What is the best tip that you can give me for my first English show? Besides to improve my English, actually, but I wanted to do it in English. It's my personal challenge. So,
You will meet that challenge. You will meet that challenge. I know you will. And I think the advice is universal. First and foremost, have fun. Be yourself. The audience will like you and they will follow you anywhere. And don't worry about the language. Just do the best you can. The audience will be with you.
And I would say don't try and amass a half an hour or an hour. Put together 8, 10, 12 really good, solid English minutes and go someplace or go a bunch of places and perform it. Don't try and do more than that. And always, always tape yourself and listen back so you can check on your English, see what they're laughing at, see what they're not laughing at. It's actually a pretty rudimentary process when you boil it down. You know, you try something and if it works, you keep doing it. And if it doesn't work, you don't do it anymore. But it'll be very interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Gabriela, please say your name in your beautiful accent, the way I can't say it.
Well, my name is Gabriela Oseda.
Oh, Gabriela Oseda. That's my accent. I'm so sorry. She's laughing at me.
You sound like a monkey.
You have been a wonderful guest, and I just wish you all the best. I have no doubt.
Thank you, guys, for having me here. Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to be here to participate in this podcast with you. It's an honor.
And we will see you. We will see you in Boca, or we'll see you in Nicaragua. We'll figure out something. We'll come down there and give John a hard time, and we'll, you know, try and help if we can, because it's a fun idea.
Okay.
Muchas gracias, mi amor.
See.
I was talking to Jackie, but that's no, I'm just kidding. You were wonderful, Gabriela. Thank you so much for coming on Stand Up Memories.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
That was a pretty good episode.
A new episode every Wednesday with me, Peter Bales, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, comedians, interesting people. Leave a comment. We'll get what am I saying?
I don't know.
We're gonna get back to you. We will respond to your comment.
Standupmemories.com. If you go there, it shows all the different
Oh,
platforms.
Spotify, we're on everything.
Every Wednesday.
Stand Up Memories.
Every Wednesday.
A new episode.